Vincent is a 2009 full-length Sprinter, 7 meters long, weighs 3,200 kilograms, has a 2.1 engine with a modest 516,000 kilometers, so still running strong. The consumption actually measured in Holland we drove, it's only 8.6 liters, so it's very decent for the weight and the length. It's a rear-wheel drive. It's an old delivery van. It comes from Finnish Lapland, so it's rather rust-free luckily because it's from the Arctic. The van is fully electric, so we have no gas, we have the oven and the induction, everything running on electricity. So here's the garage, has a bit of everything. We have our electric scooter, stocked up on some foods, snowboards as well, you can't see them, they're just tucked underneath. We have a water tank, 70 liters, water hose to fill it up next to it, and then of course, because we're from Finland, we have an axe. It's just part of the deal. We also have like an engine Webasto heater, so we don't use this one, we just put the engine heater on. It's a separate system and it heats up the liquid in the engine before you start. They have a hidden floor you can't see under the laminate. It's I think it's 30 or 40 millimeters thick. We put wooden beams and then polyurethane sheets and foam inside of it, so the floor actually stays nice and warm even in winter time.
Here we have a last minute addition, like a tiny outside table tray that squeaks, but it stores like, or you can just set up like drinks or just little snacks there when you eat outside, and it's easy to just put away. The cabin has 3 seats. We decided to leave the middle seat to have the possibility to host a friend on our trip or just take a hitchhiker. In here we host our yoga mats, and we have some hooks for the jackets and stuff that we keep in. We have a sunshades and charging cables for the van. And then we have our mascot Joey. Joey is a flamingo. He travels with us everywhere we go. We have like a tiny entryway filled with usually shoes. Here's some cooking gear, some paper we use in the kitchen. We have a 2-burner induction stove and also an electrical oven, like a mini one, underneath it. Then we have a faucet or a tap that runs hot water. Obviously we do have a fridge, is a 55-liter one. It's not big, but it's enough for the 2 of us. And then we have a 20-liter freezer underneath it, so we can store a lot of ice cream. And then we have some just cutlery and pots, pans, glasses, everything.
So here's the bathroom. It's about 60 centimeters deep and about 1 meter wide, and I think it's 180 high. I can fit comfortably. Have a small light. We have toothbrush holders, hot water shower. There's a toilet on the bottom, and then the bottom, like the floor, is made out of tiles. Then we put 1 tile on the edge to make kind of like a pool where the water stays. And the walls are, I don't even know what they actually are. It's from Finland at the hardware store. Special waterproof material.
Is it like fiberglass?
I think it's sort of fiberglass panels, which we then just overpainted, and it's held water quite. And here we have a full-size bed. It's 2 meters long, it's 175 wide. So it's quite comfortable to sleep. We have double mattresses. We have a memory foam mattress and then custom built bottom mattresses. So it's about 15 centimeters thick in total. Winter blanket, of course, because you need it. And in the middle you can't see it, but there's a table. We can pick it up and make it into quite a big U-shaped couch. Pièce de résistance, build a small pantry. It's very cozy. You can fit all the dry gear in it. Then we just have it's a random storage, kind of hygiene products, some glasses, whatever you need. Linny's clothes, and then beneath this are my clothes.
And how's that hold? It has some magnets?
Yeah, it's strong magnets. Strong magnets that hold.
And if you don't drive crazy, then they don't operate.
Yeah. If I drive or Linny drives, it's okay, but we once went to the mechanic and it was like total chaos when I came back. Inside we have a knife magnet and a wine rack. And to everyone online, please do stay while driving. Everything stays in place with sticky pads or silicone mats during the drive. Here we have a wardrobe / food pantry, full-size mirror, and then for some coziness we put a few pictures. We have a kitchen light, comes on and off by touch, it's also dimmable. Then there's real subway tiles, behind is a plywood panel, we just put them with Sikaflex on, put some grout, clean it up, shine it up. I think it looks really nice in the kitchen. Small basket for fruits, stays in place, very good while driving, has sticky pads beneath it. So down here we have the electrical setup. Start with a smoke alarm. In case there's a fire or something goes wrong, you get to hear it in advance. We have a 3000 watt inverter. You get enough power. It's also the solar charge controller and the external AC controller all in one. We have a big cable to charge while driving and a total of 520 amp hours of AGM batteries. Can go quite nicely with that. We have the freshwater tank, 70 liters. And we have a small 7-liter water heater. It's electrical, but it uses very little energy. It takes about 10 minutes to heat it, and we put it on eco, so we heat it to 55 degrees. And the two of us can take a hot shower with 7 liters of hot water.
Okay. Do you know the consumption, like how much power it consumes?
It's 1500 watts. If the water is very cold, we run it for about 10 to 11 minutes, but if the water is decently warm in the freshwater tank, we only use it for 7 to 8 minutes. Then there is water pump and an accumulator to even out the pressure a bit.
So in the front we have like a 3 kilowatt diesel heater that kept us warm through the minus 30 degrees Celsius Finnish winter. And then we built like a shelf that holds books. This sensor is for the smoke and the carbon monoxide. So if there would be any case of fire, it would hopefully wake us up or just tell us that there's danger. We have 2 curtains here. One of them is for making the van a little bit more privacy and also for blocking some heat that we can take on or off if we want to. And then we have one sliding one that is just kind of for the looks. We had some former experience of like living in a vehicle, I would say, when we were still like on student budget, just traveling the world or Europe mainly. We had a Kia Ceed farmer car and we took out the back seats to fit a mattress in, and we traveled with that for almost 2 months around Europe. And I think that's when we kind of fell in love with the lifestyle of living out of a van or a car. And we really wanted to do van life for quite a long time, but then really didn't have a reason to until everything crashed in 2020.
Yeah, so when we got the van, we bought it quite quickly. We didn't have any real plans made for the van. So we moved out of the city we lived in and into my grandpa's old cottage. We had no running water, but we had electricity, so we could build the van.
We watched a lot of YouTube tutorials because we had no former experience whatsoever of building anything really. Then we just started laying out ideas. We changed the plan a lot on the way and then ended up doing a little budget because we had a budget and we wanted to get it done quickly. We looked up ideas online. We checked so many YouTube videos to get any hint of what we're jumping into, and then we just started building and made a lot of mistakes as we went, but
yeah, then we figured, well, it's gonna be a few months and it's ready.
Yeah.
6 months in, we were like, please, can you be ready?
We moved in when it was still like a construction zone. I think we were 4 months into building, and it was just only a bed, but we decided to start living in it or out of it. And
yeah, we lived in my grandpa's old cabin. It was horrible.
yeah,
So the bed was nicer, even in the construction site. And I think it took about a year to get it like really fully ready.
yeah,
It
but
was-
like I mean, it was like mostly ready after 6 months.